everyone, and welcome to this week's installment of Cold Suns, a sci-fi convergence. I am your game master, Chase. I use he/him pronouns, and tonight we will be joined by our regular cast of players. But before we get started, I have just a couple of very quick channel announcements. If you will turn your attention to the chat window, you will see that we are doing not one, but two giveaways tonight. The first giveaway is a giveaway of the Expanse RPG. They are calling it their Players Bundle or Player Kit. It comes with a copy of the core rulebook as well as the Abzu's Bounty adventure path. And we are also doing what is called the Big Churn giveaway, where we give away a veritable shipload of books whenever we hit 30 churn. So keep an eye out for that. And the nice thing about the Big Churn giveaways, if you enter tonight, but we don't draw it for 3 episodes, you'll still be entered. And if you don't win whenever we draw it, you'll get it. Yeah, we have, including tonight, 3 episodes left in this season of Cold Sun. So we will be going to 16 episodes. Well, I'm committed. Yeah, so let's go around. We're going to... let me think. Is there any more channel announcements from me? No. All right, we're going to go around and we're going to introduce ourselves, and then we will do a quick recap of last week's session. I am going to hand the conch over to Sean.
Hello, everybody. I'm here on Saturdays with this lovely group. I use he/him pronouns. I am playing Courier tonight, she, her pronouns, and she is in the midst of a power loader battle right now. I will shift this over to Rob.
Hey, Rob at Pyromancer804, he/him. Tonight I am playing Tack, they, them, a colony of worms about to be thrown around even more by the Terminator-esque Courier as I try to defend my friends. And I will hand it over to Matt.
Hello, folks. I am Matthew Foreman. Tonight I will be playing Drake, a mystic source warrior with a blade made of light. We both use he/him pronouns, and I am so excited to be here. I'm going to pass it over to Vox.
Hello, it is me, the disembodied voice of Alexis. You can find me at VoxFanato on Twitter, where I'm exclusively posting about Valheim these days. So come see my weird builds there. I often build with Emma. I use she/her pronouns, and so does my character for this evening, Cassie O'Neill. She is ex-military, bit of a maverick, and is a blended consciousness with a human and an alien, like a Tok'ra symbiote. So appears human, but it's a 2-for-1 deal. Liz.
Hi, I'm Liz. You can find me at Know When You Know Backwards on social media, and I use she/her pronouns, but tonight I will be playing Droogle, the resident hacker space potato that needs to get us an escape route here. And Droogle uses they, them pronouns. I think that's where we're at. So I'll pass it back to Chase.
Awesome. Yeah, so we are going to run our quick intro video, then I will recap last week's session, and we will get right into the action. It's going to be hot and exciting stuff, so stick with us. Roll that beautiful bean footage. And we are back. All right, so folks, we're going to be diving right into the action here, but let me quickly recap what happened in last week's episode of Cold Suns, a sci-fi convergence. The Freelancers had tracked their missing employer to a veritable, it's kind of like a corporate park thing, but it's in space. So I'm kidding. It's a space station filled with a bunch of different companies owned by the kind of enigmatic Meridian Dynamics group, who the group has had dealings with in the past. Making their way through the space station, masquerading as unified authority soldiers, accompanying a dignitary, they found their way to a warehouse that was basically being populated by automated drones and protected by some prestige security service personnel. Things had actually started off very good for the Freelancers. They, using a combination of their technical and special abilities, managed to stealth their way into the facility and had taken out a couple of the guards without being noticed or detected. Matthew, you good in sound?
For me, your sound just shifted to be much more tinny. Did anyone else hear that?
Yeah, you're very
Yes.
like echoey kind of.
It just shifted mid-sentence. It was
Yeah.
weird. I was trying to make sure it wasn't my ear.
Oh, weird. Here, let me do one thing really quick. How do I sound now? Any different?
The same.
Same.
One moment.
This is what happens when we pre-check Roll20.
Yeah. Do sound tests 30 minutes before stream.
I mean, we did sound test like an hour before stream, and it was perfectly fine.
All your work.
Yeah, exactly. How about now?
You
Anything?
tried.
You tried. That was your first mistake.
Okay, folks. Well, bear with us, friends at home, as we deal with some technical difficulties. I got it. I'll just turn on a voice mod, and I'll be on voice mod the entire time, and that will be trash. I'm going to kill one app, and then I will relaunch it, so I won't be able to talk for 30 seconds.
Hallelujah.
Shame. What a shame.
What an improvement to the stream.
And the whole company, to be honest.
Yes, true. Yeah. A boon for sure. It definitely wasn't me sabotaging the audio.
He's just waiting. Waiting like a
Okay.
chubby
Hear
little
me?
wombat.
Chubby little wombat, is that what he said?
Yeah. Yeah, it just I mean, like, it's not untenable. It's just it sounded like your mic or switched or like your filter, a filter came on. That's
Yeah.
all.
Do I still sound tinny?
Yes.
Let me try one more thing.
It might be something in Zoom too.
This is what
Don't
you get.
forget to buy Novagen death sticks.
Yeah. And biscuits and gravy flavored condoms.
Yeah, that's right.
As if never mind.
No.
Okay. You should be able to hear me again.
No.
How does it sound?
About the same. It's probably fine, in all honesty.
Might as well move
Okay.
forward.
Okay, well, sorry at home, folks, if my already kind of oddly piercing but also bassy voice is sounding slightly more tinny than normal. So we'll keep going with the recap. So the group had actually infiltrated the warehouse, taken out a couple of guards, and things were looking on the up and up until they caught wind that a enigmatic figure known as the Courier was showing up to take possession of Palak. After arriving on the scene, they tried to lock the Courier out, who then proceeded just to shred full metal doors like they were paper. Realizing that they weren't dealing with a normal human, they started to try to escape with several members or several people that had been kidnapped and were being stored in cryosleep pods. So they formed some efficient assembly line, running them to a nearby airlock, when all of a sudden, in a large power loader, a mercenary known as Sarah Palmer, that they had faced off with once before, dropped from the ceiling, and a pitched battle ensued. we are going to rejoin the crew right in the middle of the action as they are fighting both the Courier, Sarah Palmer, and the Power Loader and trying to escape with their lives. I'm going to start some music, and then we're going to get right to it. All right, you should be hearing music through roll 20.
Batman.
Alrighty, so starting at the top of the round with a 19, Drake, you are standing in a narrow hallway. You just got, Tack just got yeeted into you by the Courier. He is standing there in front of you.
Okay, over comms, Drake will say, we gotta get Sarah Palmer out of that, and we gotta get Tack in it. The loader. I'm gonna use my minor to move over here, and then I'm gonna use my major action to perform a stunt attack against the wall. Perfect. I mean, not perfect, but it's something. I automatically generate 1 stunt point, so I do have 3 stunt points. Perfect.
That's exactly right.
Yeah, is a 12 enough to hit the wall?
You know,
it dodges.
Yeah, the wall wasn't aware of your attack. It's flat-footed, so then yes.
I'm going to use my 3 stunt points to perform the exposed stunt, which allows you to destroy a portion of a larger structure, such as a wall. And I'm going to destroy this 5-foot square worth of wall. And I'm going to bring my blade down, and it's going to just like kind of hang on my, with one arm, on, hang on my side. And I'm going to look at Sarah Palmer as Sarah Palmer as I stand at this now formed entryway that I've made. And I just kind of look at her menacingly for what I have in store. And I'm going to stand there so that if Tack moves past me, I'll be in the way of, be interposed between him and the Courier. That's my turn.
Nice. So you can hear the boom boom as this wall just kind of shreds under the assault of Drake's energy sword. And she's focused on what's happening in front of her right now, but yeah, I think that it does not go unnoticed. Is that your turn?
Yeah, that's my turn.
Excellent. Dekir, you're up with a 16. Drugel, you're on deck with a 16.
Dekir's gonna attempt a grapple stunt against the power loader.
Ooh, okie dokie.
Would that be, is that fighting, I think?
So that would actually be grappling, but you could, I think you make a fighting grappling check, right? Yes, yeah, fighting grappling check. Yep. If you don't have the grappling focus, then it's just fighting.
All right.
Ooh, 16 makes it.
So that would just be 1 stunt point, is that right?
Yeah, if 2, because you can see Cassie.
Yeah, 2.
Oh, I do see Cassie. So 2, perfect. In which case I'll use takedown. But this one is contested.
All right. So yeah, read takedown for the folks at home.
All right. You and your target make opposed fighting grappling rolls. If you win, you send your target fall prone. Your target takes an additional 1d6 damage and can't stand up until you do or until they succeed at an attack against you.
Sounds good. All right, I'm gonna roll Sarah Palmer's fighting check. Did you make your opposed check?
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought that was it. Here it comes. 14.
Nice. Yeah, you do it.
All right, so 4 points of damage.
What does this look like?
So I'm basically swinging the right arm, grabbing the the thigh module of the other and lifting it straight up. So I'm landing my loader on top of hers. And because I have quick reflexes and the pilot talent, I am freeing myself of the loader in a locked position, and I'm moving away from it.
Interesting.
The background noise is a little loud for me.
Okie dokie, I can turn that down. Thanks for giving me a heads up.
Because fighting in a power loader is not exactly Beck style.
How's that? Is this a little better?
Much better. Maybe just a little bit more, and then I'll be good.
Okay. Thank you for letting me know. So yeah, so basically you you reach under, and there's this cacophony of metal as you slam this large piece of industrial equipment onto the ground. Yeah, you could probably leave it where it is just for clarity. Like yeah, one square back. There you go. I'm gonna put a little thing on here. So she is now taken down by your attack. Good stuff. Is that your turn? All right. Drugel, you're up with a 16, and Tack, you're on deck with a 14.
Drugel is going to take their major action and 2 of these pods and run double their speed, which puts me vaguely at this wall over here that I'm assuming has... oh, I can't move the potty boys. That has the controls on it that I need.
Yeah, so this thing right here is the control panel for the airlock.
Okay, perfect. Then yeah, I'm running over to that. And then as a minor action, I'm going to activate one of my quick hacks and run bypass to get into this door.
Awesome. Yeah, so
not opening it, just getting into it.
Yeah, exactly. Bypassing whatever security measures are in place. Got it. So go ahead and roll your quick hack skill.
I will take that with a 15.
Excellent. And that makes it.
Sure does, with a TN of 9, so I use 3 more power points. And I think that's my turn.
Beautiful. All right, you have successfully bypassed it. You have successfully bypassed the countermeasures of this airlock door.
Then over comms, I'd probably let people know we can have this door open anytime. And then hailing CapApp to figure out where he is.
Gotcha. Sorry, I was just tracking one thing. The music stopped. Are you saying the music stopped through roll 20? Okay. Definitely still going in my head. Stop this and play it again. Roll 20. Alrighty. Music should be back up again. Near it. Okay. Yeah. So you reach out to CapBap through the comms, and you can after just a second, you hear a burst of static, and you can hear. Yeah, I'm on my way. Things got a little hairy out here, but we're fine. Hopefully you're fine. We'll be there.
Gold leader inbound.
Gold leader. Yes, exactly. Gold leader inbound. All right, Tack, you're up with a 14.
All right, Tack is going to. I'm guessing. Are we prone?
No, no, you're not prone. No, you were stood up. He basically just took you and swung you in to Drake, so you're still on your feet.
All right, so bit disoriented. Tack will ready themselves back up and take a swing at the courier. $20 with 6 stunt points.
Hot.
That is what I like to see.
That hits.
Perfect. Okay.
7 stunt points.
Yeah, because Drake blew a hole.
Oh,
in the
there's
door.
a hole now, so I can see
Wall.
Cassie.
Look over.
7.
You guys lock eyes. Wee, woo.
Lock eyes. Move across the room. Feel empowered as the stunt points boom.
Perfect.
Okay. Where is it? probably can't be disarmed, I'm guessing.
He's just punching you with his fists right now.
Yeah. So we'll use 4 for Armor Crush.
Yes.
Awesome. What does that do?
Armor Crush. Convert up to 3 points of damage you would inflict on your foe with this attack into a penalty to their worn armor instead based on the type of damage you deal. This penalty lasts for 1d6 rounds, or they take a major action to readjust their armor, whichever comes first.
Awesome. Do you want to roll me a d6?
Yep, so I'm going to roll damage first.
Okay.
So 10 points, so 7 points of damage, and then 3 of that gets turned into Armor Crush. For 6 rounds.
Nice. Unless they use you said a major action to readjust.
A major action to basically readjust.
Got it. So, you basically, well, actually, do you want to describe what this looks like?
So, Tack, disoriented, takes his hammer and swings it around and catches him in the arm and, like, breaks a little on the arm and, like, sends a reverberation through. And then I will actually use the other 3 to expose and punch them through the wall into that room to the south, since I can move them 2 meters as part of Great Weapon Master. Or not Great Weapon Master, but like heavy weapons.
You gotta give it up. So yeah, so you slam, like you come, you bring your hammer in with both hands and slam them, and they go kind of flying through this wall. Not flying, maybe like a brick would fly, but yeah, tumbling through this hole in the wall. There's sheer mass pushing them through. That's your major action.
And then we will move. I'm trying to figure out 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. We will move out to there, scooting past Drake through the hole he just made.
Got it. Cassie, you're up with a 12, and the Courier is on deck with a 12.
Okay. Cassie is going to take a quick little step over and take the grenade launcher off of Tack's back. Just say, hang on, can I borrow this?
Absolutely.
And
Okay.
I forgot to prep this with you, but what am I rolling for this?
Okay. So.
I've got the stats for it too.
Right. It normally would be a minor action to switch weapons, so like you can go over there and grab, like moving is a minor action unless Tack moves adjacent to you, which I could say that if they wanted to do that on their turn, they could have stopped right next to you, so you don't have to move.
Oh.
I do have tactical awareness, or the tactician talent, so I don't know if we could factor that in.
Yeah, if you wanted to,
or we could just stop. I can stop adjacent. So move me, or I can move myself.
Just right there.
Or
Yep.
I just moved there because that's still.
Oh,
adjacent.
perfect. Yeah. So you're still further away. Sorry about that. Yeah. So exactly that way you don't have to move, and there's no weirdness. Yeah, you use your minor action to reach over and pluck the grenade launcher off of Tack's back. You can see it's this heavy thing that you hold kind of underslung like this. And there's a large wicked blade hanging off the side of it. You know that the Jurel Han, I like to use this. I would just roll a accuracy rifles test.
Perfect. I will do that. Okay. All right. A 15.
15. So as you kind of pull back on the control yoke for this thing, you can hear as these grenades start exploding and the walls of this building are shredded with shrapnel. He's got to roll a dexterity acrobatics test, or he'll take half damage. So go ahead and roll 3d6, and he's going to try to see if he can avoid any of the damage.
Okay.
Not that he's particularly dexterous.
11.
Yeah, he doesn't even have it as a focus, so I'm just going to roll it straight. 12. That does not... Yep, that is a failure. So he is going to take the full 11 points of damage, and he takes a little bit more because of the armor crush that Tack did. So you can see one of his hands kind of grabs the wall there, and just as he starts to emerge from the dust from being thrown through the wall, you see an opening.
Yeah. So Cassie just takes this grenade launcher from Tack, preps it, swings it around, and says, "Stay away from them, you bitch!" and fires.
Yeah, and you can see the explosion as they're rocked. As the smoke starts to clear, you can see that their form is still standing there. They haven't moved, but part of the flesh has been ripped away from their face, and you can see this dull, glowing red eye underneath, as exposing the metal facade beneath, or the metal facade. Is that your turn, Cassie?
That's my major and minor, right? So I'd say
that is. It is the Courier's turn with the 12. And Drake, well, you're right there. So the Courier steps forward 1, 2, 3. Are you invisible right now? No, because you attacked.
I made an attack, so no, yeah.
The Courier is going to walk up, and they're just going to kind of reach back and try to sucker punch you. $17 hits.
Yeah.
There's no stunt. There's no stunt. Thank the gods.
Oh! I was wondering when he'd roll good on damage. Yeah, woo. I'm okay, but yeah, holy shit. -7 for my armor.
So you take 12 points?
Yeah, I sure do.
So you can feel like as the fist slams into you, can feel the medium combat armor kind of crack in the chest plate as he slams into you, and the wind is knocked out.
I turn around, I'm like, you see, I'm trying to look intimidating, do you mind?
And with a 10, it's Sarah Palmer's turn. Sarah Palmer is pinned underneath the droid. I would say that it's going to take her minor action to kind of, I know that you'd kind of locked it in there. It's going to take the minor action to push this thing off and kind of disentangle from the power loader that Dakiri left behind. And you can see this large machine kind of pushes itself up to its feet, the light on the back of it flashing a strobing effect around. And with the major action, oh, wait a minute. I think that she can charge with a major action. She can. She's going to charge Tack. So 5, 10, and just kind of 2 awkward steps and brings the large clamper down on Tack. Tack, is just not your day. Or maybe it is.
I might have licked the cup. How did she get unstuck?
I mean, so the ability was just called Takedown. She was knocked prone. Your target takes an additional, and you can't stand up until you do, or they exceed... Hold on. Oh, and can't stand up until you do. But, like, Dakiri left, so Dakiri's no longer pinning.
But the power loader was supposed to be pinning the power loader, right?
Right.
Okay.
I mean, but it's not like there's nothing resisting it. You know, like she can push it off. So yeah, used half of her movement to stand up, but
that's
you know,
fine.
Yeah.
Just in the fiction, it made me stab a little, but it's fine.
Yeah. So does the 17 hit Tack?
It does.
14 points of damage.
Tack just buckles under that, and they are not looking good, but they are still standing.
All right. So, so Sarah Palmer temporarily flummoxed is able to extract herself from the the down power loader lashes out and slams into Tack. That is the bottom of the initiative. Drake, you're up with a 9.
Okay, I'm going to use my last few source points, power points. I look at Sarah Palmer, and my eyes, the area around me kind of darkens, and like there's a pulsating energy through my veins as the circles around my eyes also darken, and redness flashes through my eyes. I am going to source grip her. I'm gonna yank that out of that fucking power loader.
Alrighty.
So this is against her defense. Oh my god, what an abysmal roll. This is against her defense. I don't know if that hits, but if it doesn't, I will force a stunt.
Definitely does not.
Cassie's right there, right? Fuck it, this has gotta work. I'm gonna spend... Excuse me. I'm gonna spend 6 fortune to Oh, no, excuse me. There's actually...
You could turn that 1 into a 6, technically.
Yeah, it wouldn't give me any more source points, though. There's no way to spin this where I get the source points, the stunt points that I need. I have 3 right now, though. Then I am going to spend, sorry, just a little analysis process. I'm going to spend, 6 stunt points to increase it to a 15 to our defense.
Okay, and you're changing the 1 to a 6?
Yep.
Got it. That does hit.
Okay, I am going, and then she needs to make a Constitution tolerance test versus a TN. The Constitution tolerance versus a TN 18.
Got it. And remember your dark side point.
Yep, we got 1 back. I was trying to do a split power against them both, but whatever.
Constitution tolerance test.
Nice. That does not make it.
Does not make it.
So
all right, and so what is...
She's now like grappled and pinned, so I can like move her around, and she's gonna take 2d6 penetrating damage.
Got it.
She takes 9 points of penetrating damage, and I just bring her forward out of the power loader with my major action.
Got it.
And I am going to move my minor action to climb up in that thing.
Okie dokie.
To get there.
Gotcha. One thing really quickly, Matt. I don't know if you can move her, because to move an object that weighs like 200 pounds is 8 power points.
The dark-sided version is, because this is kinetic grip dark side, it says that it's two power points for subsequent rounds.
Yeah, so this is kind of like under the kinetic. Sorry, I get what you're doing. This is like grabbing creatures. So it's like you can pin them. So you're basically like you can just do a lot of damage. You know what I'm saying? It's like force crush.
Oh, okay. I thought it was just 2 power points because it was dark-sided.
Oh, no, that's kind of like basically letting you to do penetrating damage with that. Like it's like when Darth Vader like grabs somebody's throat. You can use it in conjunction with move object, but that's normally like 8 power points.
Yeah, I don't have enough of that. Oh, okay, I misunderstood. I'm just gonna... I'm not gonna
but you're very strong, so if you wanted to, run up there and try to yank her out.
That is what I will do then. I'm gonna move up there and try to get her out of there. I'm decently strong. It's a fighting grappling roll though, right?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll roll fighting. 13. I imagine.
Sure.
Tested.
Yep, exactly. Let me roll her opposed. Where did that window go? 1 moment. Gotta pop this one out. There it is.
This would be a stunt attack. And I'm going to spend 6 fortune to improve that to an 18.
You just beat her, so you can tell that she rolled a 17. She rolled very well. You can tell she is a trained hand-to-hand combatant as you reach in, but you just flummoxed her. What are you gonna do with your 7 fucking stunt points?
Well, I'm gonna spend like 2 of them or whatever to like So 1 to grapple and 1 to skirmish to throw her out of there, right?
Perfect.
Yeah. And then I will spend the remaining 5 to. So I'm in there now, and she's next to it.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna spend. I'm gonna spend 2 stunt points to give Tack a double team attack on her. And then the other 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. No, I did not go below 0 fortune. And then I will spend the remaining 3 to give back some fortune that I just spent.
Nice.
I guess I don't know. It's
Very cool. Let me throw Sarah Palmer on the screen here. Let's see, which would she be?
Actually, no. I'm gonna spend 3 to do a lightning attack against her. That's what.
Okay, okay.
Fuck it.
One moment. You're gonna use lightning attack against her?
Yeah, I miss. Holy shit! These rolls are terrible. The fuck, bitch! Like, what the fuck? Bound to roll poorly at some point.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Sorry, I was just having a little bit of trouble finding the right character. I'm just gonna grab one of those ones that was on there before.
Your defense might only be 11, but I'm guessing it's higher.
It is higher, unfortunately. I'm gonna make this one Sarah Palmer. You know what's so funny? You try to plan for like every contingency, and you don't think like maybe someone's gonna rip them out of the power loader, you know? So let me get this thing going here for you real quick, token layer.
And just to double check, Matt, that that lightning attack was instead of healing or instead of double team?
It was instead of healing. I'm not gonna take back my fortune. I'm just gonna lightning attack her.
Yeah, I'm gonna. If you want to both be on her, I'm gonna put her right here on the ground in front of you, just because of the squares thing.
Yeah,
if that's
like
okay.
we just like trade squares. That's kind of what I was. Yeah, and then just put me in the loader because that's what I'm doing. I'm using my stunt.
Beautiful.
Throw her
Yeah. Alrighty. So you throw it down. Let's resolve. Let's maybe resolve tax attack.
13.
13 does, let's see, she's not technically prone, so no, 13 does not hit. Music stopped for Dakiri. Music stops for everyone. Roll 20. You know, we love your roll 20. We'd love if your audio engine would be a little bit more stable. Alrighty. Music should be back up for everyone. So Tack rushes over and rips Sarah Palmer from the metal endoskeleton from which she was fighting and throws her to the ground. Tack, as you bring your hammer down, she kind of hot dog rolls away, and you can see the concrete below your hammer cracks where she was laying. She is still up and is fighting tenaciously. Tack. Drake, you are now in the power loader, kind of familiarizing yourself with its controls.
Yep.
All right, Dakiri, you are up with a 16. And Drugel, you're on deck with a 16.
Deck is just going to move back a little bit, and she's going to prepare a Shadow Dagger for when the Courier sticks his head out.
Beautiful. Right, so you can kind of see the smoke starting to coalesce into Dakiri's hand as they wait, or she waits. Drugel, you're up with the 16.
All right. Are we ready for this door to be open? No? Maybe? Because at this point, I'm into the system enough that it would just be a push of a button to open this door.
Right, and so just to let you know, so this is like an entryway, so there's 2 sets of doors. So if you open it, there will be the inside of the airlock. If you're wanting
there's a second door we have to get into.
Yeah, so you could start it if you wanted. Now, you're going to have to override some safeties because normally it won't let the other door open with both of them open to prevent what you're trying, if you want to vet things into space. So yeah, you could start opening the airlock right now if you wanted to.
Cool. I'm gonna open this door. Good luck, God bless. And I will open it and move to the next control panel and figure out how to override the safety, get the other one open.
Beautiful. So the lights start to spin, like red lights start to spin, and klaxons start going off as the airlock starts to lift up. And you kind of quickly scuttle under the door, and you can see another set of entries. You can see that these are designed very safely, so it's going to take a little bit of effort to trick the system in order to allow you to do maybe what you're trying to do now. So let me look at the focuses really quick.
Did the bypass I already did work on this as well? Is it the same one, or is it a new system that I have to bypass again?
You know, I would say that you're into the airlocks systems, so to speak. Now it's a little bit more of like almost like a mechanical thing where you're trying to prevent this kind of like manual. Let me understand your reasoning. Are you trying to open the second airlock so that like the whole thing is exposed to space?
I was assuming that. So that was a possibility.
Yeah. If you want to do that, you're going to have to kind of like trick the system into letting you do that because it's like a safety feature. If you guys are trying to do it in the more traditional way, like you could just hit a button and they'll kind of switch. The one inside will close and the one on the outside will open.
Okay. So I want both availabilities to me. So I still want to do the hacking that if I can't get everyone into the airlock.
Got it.
Because the courier is awful. I'm seeing this could go one of three ways. We could label it as security, and I need to trick the system into believing that I have a high enough clearance to let both doors be open at the same time, or we run it as hacking, intelligence hacking, just because I'm trying to brute force it.
I call it intelligence technology, honestly, because it's like, yeah, it's intelligence technology. Strength could also apply, like if you were trying to like, you know, engineer something, or break an interlock. But yeah, you can intelligence technology this.
No, I'm trying to trick it. I'm not trying to force it into doing something. So, all right. That is an 18 with 4 stun points.
Beautiful. I would say an 18 is successful. You know that these things are often kind of like mechanically linked, but you know exactly the right linkage to kind of break so that it is decoupled from the inside door. What are you going to do with your 3 stun points?
Infiltration or combat stun points at this point.
Yeah, I would say at this point, infiltration's probably done. Yeah, general combat stunts would make sense.
Gotcha. So, and then remind me, double team or lightning attack. Double team means that I would have to do that. They would have to make an attack on the same target, right?
Right. Yep. And since you hadn't attacked anything.
That is correct. All right, then I will go ahead and use group tactics. Choose one ally to move 2 meters in a direction of their choosing for each 2 stun points spent. So someone can move 4 meters, if that helps them.
Can it be me?
So, yeah, Cassie for healing. Go for it.
Cool, thanks.
So as you kind of are getting into the system and basically reach in and mechanically separate these 2 interlocks that connect the inside and outside airlock doors, prepping for your inevitable escape, Cassie kind of uses that opening to jump over these cryo tubes and position herself. Is that your turn, Drugel?
Yes, that is all of my turn.
Beautiful. Tack, you're up with a 14. Cass, you're on deck with a 12.
Tack will take a swing at Palmer.
Oh, no. I can't wait.
15.
15 hits.
She will take 13 points of damage.
Let me roll. This is, 13 points of damage. I'm just checking one thing, buddy. Oh my gosh, so she has taken the injured and wounded condition, but is still up with 1 point to spare. So you catch her square in the chest with your hammer, and you can see she coughs up some blood, and you hear her ribs snap as you catch her with a solid blow, and she kind of falls to one knee, but then pushes herself weakly back up. She is one tough person, that is for sure. But so you think that you
we'll shift her straight back from me towards the airlock.
Like that?
Yeah.
Oh no! Towards the airlock, not the airlock.
More so
right.
Away from Cassie.
Okay. That's a choice. I'm kidding. All right, Cassie, you're up with a 12, and the Courier is on deck with a 12.
I would like to attempt to heal at least one of these two.
Go for it.
Please. Please. Dice gods. This is gonna cost me.
Nothing in life is free.
Yep, we're doing it. I'm gonna spend... And spending 10 fortune.
Oh, you're spending 10 fortune. Nice. Nice.
To change the 1, which is the drama die, to a 5.
Yep.
Which will give me 5 stun points to work with. Yeah, I know. Turny, turn. I'd like to churn the waters. And with 4 of those stunt points, I will be splitting my power to heal both Tack and Drake at the same time. And then with 1 of those, with the last one, I could regain 1, or... Yeah, I'm just gonna regain 1 fortune for myself. Why not? Okay. And
Awesome.
I'm gonna roll 3d6. Spending 3 power points to do this. Have 5 points each of you.
5 is better than nothing. That's like a third of their health, a quarter of their health.
Rolled 2 fucking 1s.
1/7.
Yep, 1/7. Oh, that's that bad, huh? Yeah, you
Where's
can.
my reroll feature?
The lucky feat. All right, so as you can
Spent
feel
10
your.
fortune for that. I'm real upset.
I'm sorry. Had the potential to be like 18 points. That would have been wild. So things start to go from bad to worse because as we have just hit 20 churn and I just rolled a major event, Droogle, the airlock, the outer airlock, that linkage that you just connected.
That was only my major action, though.
I'm sorry. I'm just describing like a churn event that triggered when it hit 20.
That happens right away.
Yeah, it won't affect your turn. something like apparently whoever was supposed to, like, you know how the elevators get maintained and serviced every once in a while. Well, you kind of look over and you see that this one hasn't been serviced in like 12 years, and the outer airlock starts to slowly open, and so you can feel this rush of air at your feet, not strong enough to pull you out or anything, but a different level of klaxon starts going off within the facility as the air starts to vent out of this room. All right. You can feel the air rushing past you. Cassie, what are you doing with the rest of your turn?
So that airlock is starting to open?
Yes, you can you can feel this like rush of wind past you, and you can see like pieces of flimsy and like light tools and stuff start tumbling kind of towards the opening as it starts to open.
I'm like, well, it's a good thing we've got oxygen in these suits of armor, and I guess I'm just gonna use my movement to try to. Well, Sarah Palmer sure is like in the way. But I guess I'm gonna use my movement to sort of try to get these things over here.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. Just move yourself your speed, and I'll move them right over in front of you. Okay.
Yeah, so I can move there.
Alrighty. So you kind of you grab these things and swivel them around on that kind of twofer cart, and you're.
I'd like to leave one of them between me and Sarah Palmer.
Okie dokie.
Some cover, you know?
The sacrifice.
They're coming with me, but, you know, it's between me and not me. I choose not me.
I'm going to do something purposefully. So as the air starts to rush out of this room, the ambient sounds that are kind of like piping in through your suits begins to go away, and now you're kind of just left with your breathing and your helmet, and the sounds of like the impacts of your soles of your feet as the air is rushing out, and there's no more sound in this room. The Courier is up with a 12. The Courier, unfazed by the lack of oxygen, marches forward and kind of shoves and pushes some of this material out of the way, forcing around the hole that Drake had made earlier. Steps into Dakiri's line of effect.
All right, here we go. That does clear the TN just. So 6 points penetrating.
Excellent. Do you want to describe what this looks like?
So just takes on the shape of her normal Courier, which are, hollow discs that she throws. It basically slices right through the Courier, causing damage.
Got it. You can see it kind of slams into the Courier, taking a large swath of of skin. You can see blood and the glint of metal underneath, revealing more of themselves. They kind of turn their head and look at you, and you are kind of struck with this almost mirror image as one of their eyes is glowing red like yours. They're going to continue their turn. Actually, wait a minute. What will they do? Yeah, they're going to continue what they're doing. They're going to come up and they're going to try to punch Tack in the face yet again. Let them fight. Does a 14 hit you?
No.
Will the courier spend fortune to make themselves hit? No, they're not going to. So the courier kind of lashes out, and as you kind of step to the side, their punch kind of deflects off of your shield and into the ground as they kind of are coming down with this strange like pile driver maneuver, and their fist punches into the concrete deck of this docking bay floor. They extract it and they kind of look up at you from their crouched position. Sarah Palmer is up with a 10. She is wounded. She is very hurt. She is going to start struggling away. The oxygen leaving the room. She is not wearing a sealed suit. She is exposed to partial vacuum. Let me check something really quick in terms of hazards.
She got a spaghetti right in front of us.
Spaghetti is not quite.
I know.
Yeah. People can stay conscious for a little while in vacuum, and it's not like all the oxygen's gone.
It's just like being at really high altitude, you struggle.
Right. Yeah. So, yeah, she seeing what's happening, she is going to rush for the door. I would say if she stays in another round, she's going to start having to make checks or go unconscious because she's got a little bit of oxygen in her. So she's going to double move. So 5, 10, 15, 20. She's going to use all 3 of her actions. And she is sprinting towards the door, determined to fight another day. To come back and fuck with you guys in the future. Drake, you're up at a 19. You are sitting in a power loader.
I sure am. I'm gonna just. I deactivate my blade of light, of course, and then I'm gonna. Actually, bookkeeping. Can you take the Sarah Palmer power loader, rename it to Drake, and give me control of it?
Yeah. Let me do that.
Also, as a DM question, how many of these can we fit on the Quixote?
You know, I'll have you know, Tack asked me that question before. I looked at the size. Your guys' cargo bay door is only 5 feet wide. So, you guys could probably, if you weren't in a vacuum of space being rushed, you probably could squeeze one onto your ship. It might be a tall order.
That's okay.
In 0G.
Also, is it the Neri or the Quixote coming?
It's the Quixote. That's
Okay.
the ship that you brought there. Yeah.
Yeah,
Alright,
we
thanks for-
left the Nuria wherever
Yeah.
we started from.
She's a little slower.
Yeah.
All right, Drake.
Let's stand, I guess, about there, and I'm gonna do it from here. And I'm going to I'm gonna perform I think a stunt attack. Yeah, a stunt attack. I think. I don't know. I don't know what I just roll my fighting, right?
Yeah, so if you're trying to trigger a specific stunt, stunt attack would work, but yeah, you just roll fighting because you're probably not trained in mecha
loaders.
combat. It would be like heavy weapon, essentially.
Okay. Perfect. Perfect. I don't know what the yeah, that's perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. So this is a stunt attack. I'm gonna use I have no more fortune or anything to spend. I'm just gonna use stunt points to use skirmish. God damn. I'm freaking out here. To use skirmish to send him flying back away, I guess.
All right, how many stunt points you spending?
I have 4 stunt points, so my goal was just to punch him back through the hole and send him flying.
Got it. Is it 4 or 3 stunt points?
It's 4. It's 4. I have 2.
Oh, because you used the stunt
one
attack.
from the stunt attack, one from Cassie.
Yeah.
4. Yep.
Yeah, so you can send him flying 8 meters.
Yep.
4 squares. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Because
So
I don't
just-
think there's is there a knock prone stunt? I
There literally is knock prone. Yeah, knock prone is...
So I could do 4 and knock him prone. I'm gonna do 4 and knock him prone. I think that'll eat up more movement.
It will.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm just like, pap! And I send it back flying through the
You can feel the shock reverberate up the arm of this power loader as it drives in, and you can see the Courier goes flying and kind of slams into the roof structure of this building and slams through it. There's no sound as the destruction occurs and they hit the ground.
Out of curiosity, how much damage is the melee loader smash?
Normally it's 2d6 plus, and you add 5 to your strength.
Cool. I was just curious. I didn't do damage, but I was curious.
Right, yeah, the stunt attack.
That's my minor and that's my move, so that's my minor and my action, so that would be my turn.
Got it. I'm gonna add the power loader. Actually, I was trying to be cute and put Drake on the GM layer. I'm just gonna move Drake off to the side so that you still show up on the initiative tracker.
Yeah.
I was trying to be fun.
Move me into the airspace, the dead space.
Yep. What did we learn, friends? Now try. All right, Dakira, you're up with a 16, and Drugel, you're on deck with a 16. Although you guys could switch if you guys wanted.
Okay, I'm gonna move just behind where Drake is, and fire off another shadow dagger at the Courier. Which, once again, just barely makes the TN, but with stun points.
Nice.
I did not have power stunts open. 1 second.
Power stunts.
I'm going to use Mighty Power.
Got it. What does Mighty Power do?
Adds another 1d6.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Alright, so regular damage, 9 penetrating plus another 3.
Nice. Your shadow Courier lashes out and kind of turns sideways as it passes through, rending a larger portion through and passing through. You can see kind of shudders from the attack. He's on the ground robotically and turns their head up to look. Still active.
That is my turn.
Drugel, you are up with a 16.
Okay, Drugel is going to do 2 things. They're going to stick their face near the bottom of this door to see out and see if there's anything that needs shooting, and then yelling at Catbap, trying to figure out where. Well, probably asking calmly where Catbap is. Catbap.
So as you look down this ever widening kind of gap as the outer airlock is now lifting up, you can see that there is open space, and you can see kind of strings of ships out there kind of in queue, but you don't see any
No security.
adversaries. No adversaries. No one's showed up. You reach out on your radio, and after a little burst of static, Catbap says, "I'll be there in like 15 seconds. Just they're hot on my ass. I'll be right there."
All right, so I'm gonna pull out my rifle. I'm gonna stand behind these pieces, and I'm gonna say, "Don't worry about." I'm gonna overcom so everyone can hear it. "Don't worry about docking. We'll jump. Time to go!" And starting to stick, and then moving Drugel kind of behind these 3 here, so that they can push those 3 kind of out the airlock when it opens.
For sure.
And as I said, pulling out the rifle. And I think that's my turn. I don't think I have anything else I can do except wait. Because I cannot see the Courier to shoot him. And Sarah Palmer's running away, so.
You basically move with your minor action and pull out your weapon with your minor action.
Perfect. And I'm done.
Yeah. As you can kind of see this widening gap, and you can just see the pitch blackness of space and kind of the winking dots of ships moving around in the twilight. Beyond you, in the corner of like just a crescent, is this behemoth gas giant that this space station orbits around, about millions of kilometers away. All right, next up, Tack, you're on with a 14. Cassie, you're on deck with a 12.
So, would Tack be able to move into the other power loader, get in, and then activate it to move it using tactical awareness and a run action?
Sure, yeah. Yeah, you would have it activated. Yes, you could do that.
Perfect. So we will move into there, hop into the power loader.
Mhm.
I do have control of the loader. We would then, is the loader's speed the same as mine then, or is it different?
It's slower. I think you lose your dexterity bonus to your speed. It's just basically 10.
Okay. Basically, we basically just want to move down there, so that shouldn't be even that much movement. I think that's 10 total, both there and down. So
Yeah, you're fine.
that will be our turn.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I'm not going to split hairs. It might be one square peg, but it's not a big deal. All right, Tack. So, Tack, you run over, kind of throwing yourself in. Does anything cool happen when you're kind of interfacing with this loader, or are you still kind of encased in your armor?
So we would put our shield and hammer down, and then take all 4 of our arms and kind of interface it, and then interface into the console, and you'll see the worms flowing in to create the links.
Gotcha. Kind of see the worms filling out to fill up this power loader, and it kind of activates and starts to jerkily move forward. Because the power loader was kind of on the ground in a heap from where Dakiri had left it, and you kind of flow into it, and it comes up to life. Alrighty. That is Tack's turn. Cassie, you're up with the 12. The Courier is on deck prone with a 12.
How does the Courier look?
Frankly,
Do you have any idea, or no?
A lot of the damage appears almost cosmetic. You have done some damage, but you could tell a lot of the blunt force damage you were doing was almost nothing to it. It's incredibly hardy.
Does it still have armor crush going on?
It does.
Good. Okay. Cassie will just load another grenade into this thing and say, we gotta go. And
I didn't know that Cassie was a captain in the Unified Authority. Captain Hoppy? I'm kidding. Kidding.
Thanks for that. And
I'm
just
here all night.
fire another round.
Got it. Roll for it.
God damn it. Does 12 work? He's prone, so it is just shooting an area, right?
Mm-hmm. Let me check one thing really quick. Sorry. It does hit because the defender is prone.
Beautiful.
That is the reason it hits.
Okay, perfect. So yeah, that does the thing. I think with my 1 stunt point, I'm gonna use skirmish and slide him back further into that room.
Got it. With your 1 point, so 2 squares.
Yeah.
So you can see that the Courier had started to push themselves to their feet a little bit as the grenade explodes underneath it, send it kind of pinwheeling deeper into the room, tossed and lands with a, well, you can't hear what happens, but what you'd assume with a heavy thud.
Yeah, 12 points of damage
Nice.
from the grenade.
Got it. Yeah, you can see more glints of the metallic structure beneath its fleshy skin.
And then we'll proceed to continue maneuvering out of here.
Got it. Are you going to move anywhere, or are you staying where you are?
I'm gonna move all the way here, pushing these things forward. Well, all the way here, I guess, and then move back a couple, just to make sure that I can help cover retreat.
Gotcha. Yeah, kind of pushing these things forward. They're kind of lined up neatly. Yeah, they're lined up neatly in front of the airlock, kind of bracing yourself. Yeah, perfect. Is that your turn?
Yeah, I guess I'm just here, ready to cover the retreat.
On their turn, perfect. On their turn, it's the courier's turn. They kind of slam their fists down into the ground, creating two craters, and just raise up vertically to their feet, spending half of their movement. They are going to use the other half and then charge action at the power loader. And I'm gonna have to roll a d2 to determine which one of the ones they're gonna go for. Evens, it's Drake. Odds, it's Tack. Evens, so it's gonna go for Drake, right?
One is odd.
Oh, odd. I'm on. Hey, you know what? Math, science, whatever. Drake, Tack. Remember, you have a plus. I believe it's a +4 to your toughness while you're in this thing.
So you told me before, yeah.
Yep.
To my base toughness?
Yeah.
Right? Okay,
Yes.
so I'm at 12.
Yeah, because you're armor within armor within armor. So he's going to run up and he is going to try to punch you strongly. I believe your defense goes down by 3 though when you're in this thing too, and you're not holding your shield.
Mm-hmm.
So.
I believe that will hit. My shield is 3. It goes down by 3, so that puts me at a 10. Yep.
Gotcha. Unfortunately, that's only 2 stunt points, sigh, that he hits you with, but he is going to... Let's see. What's going on here? Who am I? Where am I? How am I? He's going to use 2 of his stunt points to use Overcome Toughness. Your toughness is now reduced to half. $12 points of damage.
It's not too bad. So 6.
Mm-hmm. So, moving with more speed than you've seen, he kind of comes up and he lashes out and punches, dents the metal of this power loader, and you can feel the power loader shudder under the strength of his strike. That is the courier's turn. Drake, you're up with a 19. Decure, you're on deck with a 16.
Yeah. I'm gonna say we gotta get out of here, but we can't let this thing in one of these things. He'll have a +19 to strength might and a +12 to damage, so let's not. Fucking rip our ship out of the sky. Okay, I'm gonna just roll a fighting. I'm just gonna try to slug this thing in the face, because something only gives me an extra point. I'm just gonna try to get lucky here for once in the whole damn fight. Can I please roll like I usually do?
You spent about last turn.
No, of course not. Fuck it. I'm spending 3 fortune. I'm gonna fucking die. I've only got 7 fortune. Fuck it. Can't fucking. I got 7 fucking stunt points. I am going to use. I am going to use 2 of them to knock him prone out of the 5, and then I'm gonna use I'm gonna use fuck me. I should have been ready. I should have been a good boy and been reading my things. There's something called a hamstring. Perfect. Yeah, I'm gonna use 2 to prone, 3 to hamstring, and 2 to skirmish. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, and this is also gonna do damage, which you said is 2d6 plus 5 plus my strength.
Exactly.
Plus 7. No, strength is 3, so 8. It's gonna take 15 points of the old smashing damage. So
15 points, you said?
Yep. So knock him prone, reduces speed by 3 for the rest of the encounter,
Yep.
and move him back 2 squares.
You want to describe what this looks like as you're doing all this?
Yeah, I like spin the thing like one of the the right. It's like
Yeah.
I'm like, would you please just fuck off? And I propel it forward.
Got it. And as you can see him again being like caught up like almost like a rag doll in the spin of this heavy piece of industrial equipment's arm, you can hear a kind of a crack in his leg as he is tossed. This would have normally kind of disintegrated a normal person, but he is tossed. And how many meters was he tossed, you said?
4, just straight back if you could.
And you can see he kind of slams into the ground, bringing down kind of the remaining part of this structure. You can feel the ground reverberate through the deck plating as he hits the ground.
I want to fight more of these things. They're so fun. So 15 damage, knocked prone, speed reduced by 3, and it's been moved. I'm going to use my minor to move yeah. In line
Beautiful.
with Cassie. That's a turn.
The systems in your suit are like reacting as like, you know, this almost yo-yo of your stamina, you know, spending your fortune. Yeah, sweating within your suit. Dakira, you're up with a 16. Drugel, you're on deck with a 16.
So I was gonna climb on the back of Drake's loader, but he took off.
You got plenty of movement.
I do. I was just going for the effect. All right, she's gonna throw her last available shadow dagger. Okay, I'll take that. That's a 15 with a 6 on the stunt dice.
Nice. That's more like it. That hits. Well, I mean, you always hit. You can't miss, but you know.
So that could give me lethal power.
Yeah, you got 7 fucking PowerPoint stun books to use.
Yeah, really good on that too, because it's all penetrating. So.
Well then, heck, can I use both lethal and mighty power? That's 7.
Of course you can.
Do it. Yes, that's perfect.
So it's an extra 3d6.
Yep. That's what makes this power really good, using those kind of stunts with it.
Right, so this is the standard damage coming up. 9 on the standard. $20 points penetrating.
Ignores all of its armor and toughness. So it's like a plus 12, you know?
He's now bloodied. Effectively. So you can see, describe what this looks like, because this is probably the biggest exertion you've ever done.
Yeah, so Dakiri is just spinning in place, throwing one and then another of the Shadow Dagger version of the Akori at the Courier, hitting him in first the gut and then the head. And then seeing that he's still standing after all that and feeling exhausted, she's getting the heck out of there.
Awesome. Awesome. Let me,
And that is her turn.
As you are throwing all these Akori, you can see the skin just being kind of ratcheted off of this thing. I tipped my hand a little too soon, but we'll wait for the courier's turn. Something cool is going to happen. Drugel, you are up with a 16, as you can see, like, the Akori just slamming into the prone form of the courier.
Okay, can I see the courier? Like...
Yeah, you can make out the courier. Yeah, they're laying kind of like a heap in the doorway of this broken building.
Okay. Then I will shoot them with my rifle that I pulled out last turn.
Beautiful.
The 14 to hit
14 hits.
with no stun points. What is this?
What is this?
What is this?
This game is rigged.
What, 3d6 plus 2 and I gave 7 damage. Excuse.
Our dice
You are
actually hate
excused.
us for
Yeah,
this
they
Those
do.
are
order.
2
Yeah,
ones.
double ones. Oh my god.
Double ones.
So you can see the courier starts to push itself up from prone, and your ballistics rounds kind of slam into it, and you can see like the lead bullets or whatever metal they're made of just kind of slamming into its skull and falling to the ground as it is pushing itself up, seemingly unimpinged by the damage.
Absolutely.
Oh wait, it takes a little bit. Actually, it takes a little bit because of armor crush.
Well, that's my turn. 'Cause I can't.
That's your major. Do you do anything with your minor?
No, because yelling at Cat Bap doesn't help anything. So, we're just turning around and waiting for Cat Bap so that we can move out the ever widening airlock and trying to keep these things from being sucked out as it gets bigger so that we can control it.
Yeah, so as you kind of turn your attention to the airlock, you don't feel any air movement anymore. You feel like that the majority of the rush has gone as this airlock has reached full openness, and kind of whipping around the surface of this dodecahedron, you can see the Quixote flying. Several smaller craft kind of in pursuit, and it flips itself around. You can see the cargo hatch on the bottom of the ship opening, and you can say, "All right, well, I think I'm lined up with you guys. What are you gonna do? Just fucking do it!"
So I'm going to be trying to push 3 to 4 of these things out the airlock into... Whether I can do that with my minor, I have to do it next turn. But that's my next move, is to move forward.
Gotcha. Yeah, I would say, yep. Yeah, that would be a next turn thing if you're trying to do more than one. Yep. Alrighty.
Well,
That's
because
your
4 of them are still attached to the dollies.
Exactly. So if you were trying to move with one, you could, with your minor, start moving 2 of them.
Okay, sure. Then I'm pushing 2 of them out towards the Quixote.
Right. Roll me a dexterity 0G test.
We'll just roll straight dexterity. It's a 14 with 5 stun
That's pretty
points.
good.
I'll take that.
So you've been out and about in the black for a while. You know not to really impart any direction when you give this thing push other than the one you want, because otherwise it's just going to go off. And you can feel the deck plating leave beneath your feet, and you have now found yourself floating out in the emptiness of space.
Oh, I went with it. Oh, okay. Here we are.
Well, you don't have to. If you
No.
just wanted them to be floating, I'm not trying to impart anything. You could just push them out and stay on the ship, on the station if you want.
Nope, I'll go with them. Why not? Here we go.
Excellent.
Off we go.
Yeah. So you find yourself, and you realize as you're out, you're like, wait a minute, these suits don't have any maneuvering thrusters. You hope that nothing changes between now and when you get to the Quixote, as you
I've
slowly
got a
start
rifle
to
for a
float.
reason.
Yes. Conservation of mass and momentum, or whatever that's called. All right, Drugel. You can see Drugel exits into the emptiness of space, floating towards the open cargo bay door on the Quixote.
And I would have specifically taken Palak and whoever we had paired with Palak. Just in case any of the others don't end up coming with us, I would specifically grab Palak as the first one off the ship.
I think it was Palak and the Reltech, the Shelltech Mining Corporation person. So these two, I'm going to mark these onto the GM layer because they are now out into space. And I'm going to just kind of move you off the side of the map. So yeah, you can see Drugel push off into the emptiness of space. Next up with a 14 is Tack, and then Cassie is on deck with a 12.
Tack will throw the power loader into like full throttle straight at the courier with a charge.
Got it.
Is there any bonus to attack, or is it just fighting heavy weapons? Is this a heavy? This is a heavy weapon, right?
This is a heavy weapon.
All right, I'm gonna use my power hammer roll. Oh my god! Does a 12 hit, or do I need to adjust that?
You would need to adjust if you want to hit.
You have a +1 because.
Oh, 13?
Oh, he's prone. Yeah.
Oh, I also have a
13 just hits.
+1 or prone and 13, so it's 14 because I have a +1 from the charge too.
Yep.
Exactly. There you go.
Perfect. In that case, so what's the damage then?
It's 2d6 plus your strength modifier plus 5.
So they will take 16. And we are also going to use hamstring again.
Awesome. Strength is reduced by 3.
And then the other 2 points will go into fortune. And because we have tactical awareness, we are going to take our 10 movement. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 to move away towards the airlock.
That 10 movement I think is total, right? Or wait, sorry.
Because I charged, I didn't move
charged.
forward.
Yeah, charge
You can move up.
gives him half.
Half your speed. Got it. So you could move 15 total. Thank you.
Yep.
Right. So you just wham! Bring in the arms of the power
Specifically
loader down.
targeting the other leg.
Ah! Perfect.
He's
All right.
minus 3
and then
to his
just
speed again.
beautiful. Cassie, you're up with a 12, and the courier, you can see like under the rubble, it's starting to shift as the courier is trying to right itself.
Okay. Loading another grenade in. Cassie says, "Stay the fuck down."
Roll it.
Oh!
What's the churn at? Where's the churn?
Oh! Oh, well, we're gonna hit it now. And okay, all right. I love how it was me that got us to 20, and it's also me who's gonna get us to 30.
Could be. Could be.
So everybody, whoever wins the giveaway for 30 churn, send your thank yous directly to me.
So we won't hit 30 unless you spend fortune. Or kill it. Because we're
Isn't
at 27. It's 1 for the 6 on the drama, and then 1 if you spend 4.
Oh.
Just
I
kill it.
misunderstood.
Just
I
kill it.
forgot.
Corbin.
I
Yeah,
thought
just
there
kill
was
it.
one
Just
more.
kill it. Just kill it.
Just kill
Yeah,
it.
just kill
Fine,
it.
I'm gonna spend 6 fortune to change my 4 to a 6. I'm kidding. Okay. I will first of all prep my damage. Okay. I'm gonna use lethal blow. Spend an extra 2d6.
Go for it.
I think. Oh wait, no. Hang on. Would overcome toughness be more important here?
Overcome toughness would help quite a bit, yeah.
Yeah, okay. I will spend 2 for overcome toughness, and I will spend 2 for vicious blow. And then we'll see where that leaves us. "17 points of damage.
All right, let me think.
With half its toughness, so
Mhm,
plus whatever
mhm.
the armor crush did.
Right.
-3, then cut in half.
Mm-hmm. So you're it's still alive.
Double team, Drake.
I can't do anything.
No.
Yeah, he's far away.
No,
Yeah,
I'm melee.
Oh, that's right. You're in the power loaders up. Double team with Deck.
I don't recall. Does she have a rifle? Did we allow rifles in this?
Sure. Yeah.
All right.
Well, you can do whatever, right?
She's out of
I could lightning attack instead, if that makes everything easier. I'm just trying to
Thanks.
share the glory.
Thanks, got it.
Okay.
Dex got it.
19. $12 damage.
Gotcha. So Cassie, you're first you lash out with the again loosing grenade after grenade into this metallic creature's form. And then Dakiri uses the opening to lash out with their needler rifle, using kind of their quick reflexes to draw it on a snap. The metallic creature is still up. You don't know what kind of metals this thing is made out of. You can see that it's basically shed all of its human-looking skin, and all you can see inside is a metallic endoskeleton, kind of pulling itself out of the wreckage. Is that your turn?
Are its eyes glowing red?
They are. Cassie, is that your turn, or what do you do with your minor?
I guess with my minor, I guess I'm running over here and I'm grabbing one of these and I'm getting ready to launch myself out.
Gotcha.
Because what does it take to actually launch myself out of here? A major action?
Minor, you could do minor. And I think you could even do 2, because it's just part of your movement, right? And like, all it takes is a push, right? They're all like gravity skids. Like, you're just kind of out into space. So if you're ready to vacate the facility now, I mean...
Drugel's the only other one who's left?
Drugel has left, yep.
I'm gonna wait.
Alright. Do you push the things, or do you keep them in there with you?
I guess I'll push one of them out.
Alright, roll me a dexterity 0G test. Because you're basically, so you can see that the Quixote is kind of hanging out there several meters away, and you're trying to push this thing without imparting any direction.
15.
15 does it.
Okay.
You can see you basically give this thing a straight trajectory, and it's kind of just in line like a little train behind Drugel. Drugel's slowly floating across this expanse. Is that your turn?
And I did get us to 30, so you're welcome.
Alrighty. Alright.
I'm sure that's fine.
Yeah, that is totally fine. So I will say this. With the 30 churn, you can see kind of making its way around the edge of this dodecahedron is a black ship, larger than the Quixote, long, and with no registry markings on the outside.
What's that? What does that mean? It's not security if it has no registry, right?
I mean,
It's not-
the Oni
Courier
is here
ship,
to
right?
bust the Oni.
Oh no!
And then on an initiative of 12, emerging from the wreckage, kind of pushing its way out, you can see the Courier has basically shed its mortal form, and slowly its legs, apparently damaged and broken, is pulling its way through. it reaches kind of into this like tattered suit and pulls out a massive looking plasma pistol that it has not used until this point, and starts firing at, I would say at Tack, because Tack is the closest one.
And y'all notice the token switch on the courier now. Come on now, gotta give it up.
Yeah. And so you can hear, let me make the attack first. Oh, 6 stunt points. Hold on 1 second. So you can hear as it just start loading these red energy bolts towards Tack.
This is bad.
Yeah, that's gonna hit.
It does, and
yeah,
it
it's
is
gonna
going
hurt.
to use its 6 to make this. It's going to use called shot for
Yep.
4 stunt points to make this penetrating.
Yep.
Ignoring toughness. You take 12 points.
One over what I had, so I went to -1.
So you got to roll me a d6 to take on an injured condition.
2.
Got it. So you are up. You take the injured condition. It is then going to use the off-course vehicle combat stunt to basically shoot the hydraulic in the leg of the power loader suit that you are in. You need to make me a TN 15 dexterity piloting test to maintain control of this thing. So you can just see this large caliber plasma pistol that it has not used on you to this point, just shooting into this kind of industrial machine. Hydraulic fluid starts to spray, and the power loader kind of falls to a knee as you find it is kind of you've lost your ability to manually control it. You can still attack and whatnot, but basically you've kind of lost the ability to move. All right, that is the courier's turn at a 12. It is just kind of scraping its way along on its broken legs. Tack, you're up with a Drake, you're up with a 19 in your power loader.
Okay. Drake becomes invisible again.
Good to know.
Power loader become invisible? How does this work?
Just me.
Okay.
Drake's invisible in the power loader.
So Tack is still, he's just injured. He's not unconscious. He can still fight and stuff, right? But he's at 0
Yeah,
flash.
yeah. Yep, just injured.
Oh, this became a dilly of a pickle, didn't it? Fuck, this thing is... I don't want to go near it. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna use... while Drake is invisible, Drake is going to... I mean, if... I have no idea if this will work. Drake is going to use... There's no sound anymore, right?
No, there's no sound.
Perfect. I don't have to make sound then, because I can't do that yet, I don't think. Drake is going to use Figment to create the Tax power loader and my power loader, in fact. And it's gonna create, well, no, just Tax power loader because of the size. Tax power loader, and it create an illusion of Tac running this way. The power loader itself going this way.
Got it. And what's the size that you can do of this Figment?
It's since I'm an expert. 8 square yards in size.
Got it.
Yeah.
Perfect. So you can also mask the image of the original.
Yeah. Exactly.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just to basically like create an illusion that Tack's thing is somewhere else. That way, the next time it fires, it's not firing at fucking Tack.
Yeah, you can see the Tack's illusory power loader marching forward.
I do have to roll for this first, and these are my These are my last 2 power points. That will make it, and I don't have any stunts, so unfucking fortunately. And that will make it, so it does work. The TN for that is going to be 16.
16. Got it. 16 perception test for it to see through it. Got it.
Perception seeing, yeah. And then, so that's my minor.
Mm-hmm.
I create that, and then with my action, I'm going to run the power loader. Yeah, this way. I gotta believe that Tack will make it close to me. I'm gonna grab both of this last one, I guess. I'll grab. Yeah, because Cassie.
And are you gonna push it?
I'm gonna start, but I don't want to go like out of the damn thing yet.
All right, because you can push it without going yourself, is what I'm saying.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that.
Got it. Because I think Cassie did that on her own turn, right?
Yeah, cool. I'll do that.
I did. Yeah.
Drake, I'm sorry to make you keep rolling rolls. Can you roll me? Can you roll me a dexterity 0G test?
I'll cheer do that.
Cheer do.
That is only 11 because of the armor penalty. I don't know why it's not showing.
That's fine. 11, yeah. So as you push this thing, you can see that the power loader is a little bit stronger, and this last container with the prestige security person in it is kind of like cartwheeling through space. Doesn't seem to be on a great trajectory with the opening of the. It's close, but it's not. Probably not going to go into the opening of the cargo bay door.
Whatever.
It's the perfect person for it to happen to.
I'm like, might have lost the prestige guy. Yeah, whatever. Let's get out of here. That's my turn.
Drake, that was your other 19. Decuri, you're up with a 16. Drugel, you're on deck with a 16.
Where did the other coffin end up?
Oh, it's out in space. Like it's floating out into space. It might bounce off of the hull of the Quixote.
All right, I'm gonna take another shot with the neither rifle.
Alrighty. Got a stunt point. Yeah, that succeeds.
17 with 2 stun points.
Beautiful, that's right.
I don't know if any of this works with neither rifle.
Overwatch would. -2 to attack rolls.
I'm not planning to stick around.
Do we get to use anti-vehicles or vehicle combat stunts against this thing?
It's not a vehicle, unfortunately.
I'll use the Overwatch.
Gotcha. Roll your damage. 11 points of damage. So you can see the crystalline shards kind of bursting off of this thing's form, kind of causing its arm to jerk a little bit as it's trying to line up its oversized pistol. It does take some damage.
So you should have -2 then?
Yep, -2 to its attack rolls. To its next attack, yep. It's pretty dinged up. Alright, that's your attack action. What are you doing with your minor?
I'm getting as close to the edge as I can without being sucked out and waiting.
All right, so
fine. I was gonna Silver Surfer it out on a coffin, but they all left. So
all the coffins are gone.
Just gonna take a running leap through, aiming herself towards the Quixote, and as she does, she yells out, "Cap-App, pull the ship around and get the rail pointed at this opening."
Well, you guys will want to get in first, right? But yeah, then yes, I get you.
Fire yet?
Right, yeah. So, loud and clear, gold leader here. All right, roll me a dexterity 0G test, please, as you launch yourself into space.
Oh, that's not good.
That's not good.
Would a 14 make it?
14 would.
All right, I'm gonna spend the fortune to make that one a 4.
You can feel your boot kind of snags on the edge of the airlock as you kind of leap into space, but you're used to this. You've been in space quite a bit, and you kind of reorient yourself, and you find yourself floating through the black. All right, that's Dakiri's turn. Drugel, you are floating through space, and at the end, basically at the end of your movement, you will find yourself floating into the open airlock of the Quixote.
And these suits have grav boots, don't they?
They
Magnetic
do.
grav
Or
boots?
mag boots. Yep, mag boots.
Yeah, so once I'm over the edge of the Quixote, I would activate my mag boots.
Gotcha. So you just kind of clunk, and you find yourself blissfully on another secure piece of footing.
And then is there any oh god. There's gotta be rope or like lifelines, like in the brig of this thing, yeah?
I would say in the cargo
brig.
there's like the brig, yeah, there's a tether for EVA moves
Okay.
with a winch.
Then I would make sure that I was ready to throw that tether out in case anyone else needs it.
I love
but I
it.
don't want it to get in the way. So as the second two cryopods get in, helping guide them in and like shoving them behind me, so they're now not a problem. And then trying to figure out what to do with that last one. See if I can.
Gotcha.
But once all the live people are in, I'll see if I can get Cat back to maybe swing the butt around and grab that last one.
Gotcha. All right, so Drugel finds themselves on the ship, readies the tether for anyone who maybe goes floating off into the void. Tack, you're up with a 14. Cass, you're on deck with a 12.
Tack will crawl out of the power loader that's hidden behind the figment and start moving their way towards the airlock. Unable to take the run action due to the injured condition, will only be able to move 10 meters towards it. Slowly along,
Gotcha.
and then while they're doing that, take the defend as the major action.
Gotcha. I forgot that about the injured condition.
Yeah.
So you can see Tack limping along, pushing themselves as hard as they can towards this opening. That's Tack's turn. Cassie, you're up with a 12.
My God. Shit. Can I eat Tack?
I mean, Tack weighs several hundred pounds. If
So
they were
no.
closer
Okay,
to the
that's fine,
door,
that's fine.
if you could use skirmish, you could use like a power stunt to allow skirmish to let Tack move more.
That's only 2 feet. Like
Per
2
stunt
yards
point,
or
right?
whatever.
Per stunt point.
Isn't there like a help action?
There is, but it's not like that. Like, not just to like bodily move them. You know.
Not helpful.
I mean, if your main goal is to try to get Tack out, I would say the skirmish stunt is probably the most likely. You could let Tack move; they would get at least 2 meters. If you spent fortune, you could get them more. They only need 1, 2, 3, 4. They only need 4 meters to be beyond the edge of the ship. And then you could use your help action to help them on the dexterity test to like line up with the opening. I'm not trying to push you into what to do, but if that was your goal to get them off the ship, that's the way I would see that you could do it.
Help would still mean it would have to wait until it was Tack's turn again, right?
I mean, you could kind of, if you're like trying to guide, they could do it. I mean, if they're consenting to you letting them out into the void, I would probably just make the check now, because there's not much they can do once they're floating in space. They can't orient themselves.
And once I'm out, we'll be able to figure that out too. I mean, you don't have to spend your entire action trying to get me out.
Yep.
I just was not anticipating you not being able to get out this turn. Fuck.
Yeah. I also, as a side note, I think you lost the Courier's initiative. Just heads up.
Yeah.
I got it. Yeah. Here, let me put it back. Thanks.
Shit, I'm so sorry. The paralysis is real bad.
Yep. What are you doing?
Is this... So I guess it's a stunt attack to skirmish?
Yep. Yep. So that would be your major action. You would still have a minor action left.
But help is a full action, yeah? Or
Help is not really like it. Help is dependent. It's not. It's like not super codified.
Okay.
I'm telling you that you could help Tack as part of this, since you're basically helping them pull them out. And you got tactical awareness, so you can help move.
I'm just trying to decide if that's going to be better than trying to heal Tack and Drake. Tack and or Drake.
I can't answer that for you.
I guess we'll try that. I don't know. Tack would... Yeah?
Yeah, I do the heal and run.
What?
I do the heal and run.
You want to heal over help out?
It's really up to you. Like 6 of one, half dozen the other. If the Courier doesn't fall for this thing, then we'll have an extra turn. Or if it does, we'll have an extra turn anyways.
Right. Okay. I'll move in and try to heal.
All right.
Hell yeah.
Whoa!
I'm gonna split power. I'm gonna heal both of these two at the same time. Oh, fuck. God. Sorry, God, the panic is real. Okay. And I'm gonna spend 2 power points to increase the potency of the heal. You each heal 11.
Nice.
Much better than the 2 that I had.
Yes.
Or sorry, the 4.
And you still have tactical awareness. Are you gonna keep moving?
I am. I'm gonna wait to get myself out until Tack is out and Drake is out. So.
Alrighty. Initiative count 12. It is the Courier's turn. They are going to roll to see if they are tricked by the illusion. I believe it's a TN 15 on the perception test.
16.
16. Thank you. So you can see the Courier's head snaps over to the power loader that's moving. It opens and starts emptying its large barreled plasma pistol into this form. The plasma bolt seeming to strike through it, and it pulls its head up and jerks its head aside like as if in confusion. And then it turns its skeletal form back towards you guys. And I know it's 8 o'clock. Do we want to take a quick break, or do we want to round this out? I think this is the last round. Let's keep going.
I'm okay.
Just
All right,
finish
yeah.
it.
All right, Drake, you are up with a 19 in your power loader.
Fuck me, I keep not preparing my turns.
That's the stress.
Oh, yeah.
Stress eating.
Fuck it. The trick worked. I gotta believe in this thing. Okay, we're out. That's it. I really wish I could destroy this thing. Drake is gonna move the thing cinematically. I don't know if it matters, but like the idea is like he starts running with it and then he leaves it and then leaves it into space. He wants to dump the thing into space, basically.
Got it. Yeah, you kind of like Cass, you can feel this large power loader brush by you as it goes out this open airlock. And Drake, I need you to roll me a dexterity 0G test as you kind of launch yourself towards this opening.
That is a 11 total. I'm going to spend
Spend the fortune I gave you.
I'm gonna spend 5 fortune to it will technically force a stunt. I don't know if stunting applies here, but to raise that to a 16.
16 does
15.
make it.
15. I have a minus
15
1.
still does make it. Yep, the target was a 14. Good call.
So as Drake like runs, he leaves the power loader just as he crosses the precipice, and he kind of leaps out of it, using it for extra momentum, and the power loader falls into space. And as he's like drifting towards the door, he's gonna like look over to that black ship as he begins floating in like the complete dead of space and in the with the soundlessness and all that. And does that ship spark anything in him?
I would say no. It doesn't spark any memories. Doesn't seem like an Office of Naval Intelligence ship.
Okay, and then he's like, I don't know what the fuck that is, and he keeps going.
Gotcha. And you kind of find yourself like floating through space, unable to even move or change your direction.
It's that dog, like the dog drifting meme. I'm like,
yeah.
That's what's
That
right.
was Drake. Dakiri with a 16. I think on your turn you had jettisoned yourself the previous round, correct?
That's correct.
So I would say towards the end of your turn, you would find yourself floating through the opening of the Quixote and the cargo bay door.
Okay, so I'm gonna book it to the helm.
You're going to book it where?
To the helm.
Gotcha. So your feet, the magnetic boots on your feet barely initialize, and you're already darting up the ladder at the end of this thing. You can see within the handouts, there's actually a handout of the Cervantes. I think it would probably take you a round of movement to get there if you were moving all out.
Okay.
Alrighty, Drugel, you are up with a 16.
I've still got the lifeline ready, and how's the floaty McFloatykins that is out in space?
You can see that last cryopod kind of bounces off the outside of the hull of the Quixote and starts kind of listing back towards the station.
Listing back towards the station. Man, and I don't have like a big magnet to bring this thing in with, and the rings we probably couldn't use without repositioning the ship, right?
That's exactly right.
Is it going back towards the opening in the station or just towards the station?
Towards the station. Like imagine like a pool ball hits and it's kind of like now. Yeah,
Okay.
so not towards the opening, just towards the station in general.
Gotcha. Well, then I'm just making sure that Tack and Cassie get across the gap safely. That
Alrighty.
is my whole goal.
Readying your action with the tether in case one of them needs it. That's a really smart move. Tack, you are up with a 14. Cass, you're on deck with a 12, and then the Courier is right behind you with another 12.
Tack will book it forward and launch themselves out of the airlock.
All right, roll me a dexterity test.
13. Actually 12 because of the injured, I think. I don't know why I didn't apply it.
That's fair. 12 does not make it.
Yeah. Okay. So I am going to spend 5 fortune to change that 2 to a 5 and make that a 15.
15 just makes it. So you kind of find yourself initially propelling yourself out a little bit too much with a little bit too much juice, but then you're able to kind of like swing yourself back around and align yourself with the opening on this portal. And you can see that you're gonna, unless acted on by an external force, gonna make your way into the opening of the cargo bay door.
Perfect.
Cassie, you're up with a 12. You are the last one in this station.
All right. Shit's gonna get a little weird here. A little fucky. I'm gonna... I want to jump out first.
Okay.
While throwing another grenade into this thing.
Okay. So I would say you probably want to throw... Are you throwing a grenade or shooting it?
No,
Like,
I mean, I'm just
Shooting
speaking cinematically. She's loading
Okay.
another grenade into the launcher and jumping, like...
yeah.
Yeeting
Major
herself
action.
out, but like twisting around in the process.
Sure.
Yeah.
Make your attack roll first, and then it's going to require that dexterity test.
Yeah. No, I wanted to jump first.
Okay, go for it. Dexterity test.
Yeah. Okay.
14 total.
Yeah.
So 14 is exactly the number you need to hit on the money.
Okay.
So you are lined up with the opening, and then you fire off your grenade launcher.
And then I fire off. Yes. And I would like to hopefully use the momentum from the grenade launcher to propel me faster into the ship.
Roll your attack, and we'll see. We'll use the attenuation die of the d6 to see how well you do. That's mediocre. So as you're...
Yeah, wait, hang on. What do we have? Do I sacrifice the stunt to do? No. I'm on course. It's fine if I don't get there faster.
Gotcha. So
I'm gonna leave it the way it is, but I will be using the 2 stunt points for what's it
you
called?
don't
Overcome
succeed.
toughness.
Like you don't hit him.
Oh, I don't? Oh, that's
No.
right. I only had a total of 11. Shit.
Right. So as the grenade launcher, unless you're planning
What
on...
do I need to succeed? Do I know?
I mean, we've been stating it the whole night. I'm not going to tell you exactly the number. You're close,
Not
but not
cool.
on it.
Oh, it was like 13. Oh.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
something really ridiculous like that. Oh, the dice aren't gonna match up for me to stunt.
If it was still prone, it was 12.
That's right.
Right.
All right, I'm gonna spend.
So if you
I'll
spent,
spend the 5 fortune to change the 2 to a 5.
Okay. So you don't stunt, but you're going to hit him.
You
Yep.
could change the 3 to a 5 and still stunt, right? And you'd hit the TN 13 and you'd have 2 stunt points.
That'll do it.
Oh yeah, true. Duh. Yes. Thank you.
I've been there when it's like,
Right.
which dice do I change?
Right. All right, so yeah, you kind of, you've fought in 0G before, and you know that these things kick like a mule, so you kind of realign the grenade launcher, anticipating its recoil. What are you going to do with your 2 stunt points?
Overcome toughness.
Overcome toughness. Got it. So he's going to roll his dexterity test. Roll your damage.
Motherfucker!
So you can see the last grenade kind of flies off, and it sends you kind of somersaulting through the air as the recoil of this thing launches you. You can see the last grenade hit on their form, and they are still up as they are dragging themselves. You can see twisted metal wrenching off of them, kind of sparks on their body.
Eat glass. Warmest regards. As I somersault
I would-
into space.
I would say in the intervening round, you guys all kind of, within a few seconds, 15 seconds, float into the open airlock of the Quixote. And the moment that Catbap sees that you're all aboard, he says, "Is everyone on?" Oh, sorry. Were you going to say something, Drew?
No, yes, we would have. The moment everyone was on board, we would have let Drupal or Catbap know.
Get us the fuck out of here!
Yeah. And you can feel immediately as you're kind of pressed into the deck plating, the artificial gravity re-engages anything that's...
Wait. Deck was deliberately heading to the helm.
Oh, okay.
Make it.
Yeah, you would make it with that on that turn. So Catbap's not waiting. He's just going to gun it. But you can hop into the co-pilot seat and take over the next turn.
I specifically asked him to bring the rail online.
Oh, okay. All right, yeah. So yeah, All right. I'm gonna level set with you. I have to piss like a racehorse. Let's pause it so I can go do that, and then we can continue. Okay.
All right, sounds good.
All right. You guys are all safely aboard the ship. The Courier is dragging its form towards the opening of the door, its large barrel plasma pistol leveled at you. We are going to be right back. We're going to roll a quick interlude session, and we will be right back in like 10 minutes. So join us when the action resumes. And we are back. Thanks for sticking with us, folks. We're going to just keep rocking and rolling here. So the Freelancers have managed to barely escape from the clutches of this almost this implacable, unstoppable Courier machine. They have all loaded into the Quixote, and Dakiri, you are running into the CIC of this ship as Catbap is hearing people yell at him to get us the hell out of here. But he looks to you, he says, "You want me to spin it around?"
So I thought the opening was at the front. So the opening's in the back of the Quixote. You have to flip it around.
Well, actually, let me look at it. Maybe it's already spun around. So actually, I think you're right. The opening is in the front.
It looked like it's in the front. Yeah.
You're right. So yes, the front of the ship is pointing at. Thank you. I'm thinking of a different ship. The front of the ship is pointing at the space station filled with civilians.
Okay, so she wants to line up the railgun and take a shot on the Courier.
You're just to verify. You're shooting the railgun at the space station filled with civilians.
All right.
The magnetic accelerator can that shoots a multi-ton tungsten projectile at thousands of kilometers per second.
All right. How about the point defense then?
Yeah, that would work. That might be better.
Let's not genocide on our way out.
The warehouse is all over again, except people.
I mean,
yeah, this is the reverse actually. Sean's tried to warehouse and chase us.
Several grenades have gone off, right?
Grenades? What thing? Artillery? Yeah, so go ahead and roll me a dexterity. So you can see this large, this robotic creature unrelenting, marching forward towards the airlock. It grabs hold of either side and launches itself into space, propelling itself at you. You can see the flash of its pistol as it is firing at you as it is floating towards the Nuria in space. Make me a dexterity gunnery test.
Oh wait, it's launched. Wait, it's launched itself into space.
It's coming after you.
That I'm repositioning the ship, so it's not aiming at the space station anymore.
How did it move so quickly in one round? Because
it's for cinematic effect. It's for cinematic effect.
Damn it!
Just go with it.
All right.
I mean, so it's clear of the space station. It's safe when you're repositioning the Nuria. Because before you wanted to fire the machine gun into the space station where it was. Now it's free of the space station. But you're still in the line to it.
Right. So the point defense is an 18 to hit with 5 stun points.
18 hits.
I don't recall the damage on the point defense. Does anyone know it?
It's 2d6, but I'm gonna say this: these are like 50 caliber Gatling guns, meant to take out other spaceships. So you can see this thing just kind of, and there is like a glitter, like it's like somebody threw glitter, like silver glitter, as you see this thing explodes as it is hit by the large anti-capital ship weapon on the side of the Quixote.
All right, we're hitting the accelerator and getting out of dodge.
All right, I'm going to change the map really quick just to show you kind of what's going on here, and so you can see what you're dealing with. Let me know if you guys can see the screen.
We'll see it.
All right, so you can see that this black ship, and as you kind of fire towards the station, you can see multiple kind of gun emplacements coming up out of the station. As I'd warned, the station has its own self-defense measures in case it thinks that it's under attack, and you did just fire your weapons within the kind of like a no-fire zone. So let's go ahead, and we're not going to do a full space combat round, but I need you to make me a dexterity piloting test. And you can use a high G maneuver here too if you're trying to get away quickly, because it's going to be doing the same thing to try to keep up with you.
I don't think our crew can handle that right now.
Fuck us up, fam.
Yeah, do it. Get us the fuck out of here.
I mean, we've all got our mag boots engaged. Wouldn't that help us somehow?
It doesn't help against the crushing effect of 0G. Basically, you're turning off the inertial dampener and you're being crushed by the momentum.
I've been here before and I recognize this particular tree.
I don't remember how much damage each of them does, so I don't know if I want to take a chance.
Each one does an extra D6, but it adds a +1 to your test. So you can basically like dial it, like you can give yourself a +6 to the attack, but everyone's going to risk taking 66 penetrating damage. You give yourself a +2 and 2d6.
I'm just going to add 1. Oh. All right, only a 13.
13. All right, they're going to make their own test. 1 second. So you are not able to clear any space between yourself and the enemy ship. You basically hit the burners, and you can see that it is accelerating in kind with you, keeping pace as you're trying to clear. You do quickly move away from the station before it's able to get any shots off on you, so that's very lucky because those would punch holes right through your ship. But this black ship seems to be keeping pace. I need everyone to roll me Constitution stamina tests or tolerance tests. Anyone who gets over, let me double check what the TN is. And you can spend fortune to adjust this too. I gotta check one thing, friends. All right, anyone who got a 9 or lower takes a d6 points of damage. If you got a 9 or higher, you take no damage.
You added 9 into both of those groups, so is it 9 and lower and 10 and up?
10 and up.
Or...
Sorry, 9 and lower, 10 and up.
Okay. Do we each roll individually that d6, or is it one communal d6 that is rolled?
I can just roll a d6.
Okay.
1 point of penetrating damage. So you can see as you start to propel yourself, trying to get away from this ship, you can basically, like, somebody else on the ship can start trying to build in an astrogation check. The risk is, if they're this close to you, they might be able to follow you into slip space through your wake. You want to try to get distance between them. You guys are all in the airlock, basically in the cargo bay. You're able to move throughout the ship if you're trying to like make your way to the CIC. Dakir, if you're still trying to get some distance between them, it'd be another dexterity piloting test against them. It's almost like a chase.
Seems like it's exactly like a chase.
Haha! Ooh, that's much better. And are you using high G maneuvering again?
No, I did not this time.
Okay. $16. So you are able to get your spell one distance span of another distance span of space between you as you punch the. You know that your ship is smaller than theirs, and you're able to accelerate faster. Your thrust to mass ratio is much better. As you're able to get this amount of speed, Catnap says, "You want me to? Sorry. You want me to take us into slip space? I got her warmed up."
I mean, if he's got the charts, yeah.
Before we jump, can Droogle figure out who this ship belongs to?
I would say, I mean, you're kind of in the cargo bay right now. You'd have to be next to anything, you know? Like, you're kind of far away from the main control room where you'd be able to do electronics warfare.
Okay.
So yeah, Capab says, "All right, well, I'm just gonna kind of take us to a random system nearby," and then you can see this portal open up. He's like, "Well, we still can," and you're able to traverse the Quixote into slip space, and you see that the rupture closes just before the black ship is able to reach it behind you. And you guys have found yourselves in the quiet darkness of slip space. I'm gonna stop the music and turn on the ambient sound. Congratulations! You survived the encounter with the Courier!
Woo, we actually destroyed it too. Holy shit.
You did! Mark the
It's
churn
also
up by one.
Ship-based weapon.
We just got to bring a ship to all of our fights now. Oh, 1 second, please. We're bringing the ship around.
Yeah, it did help that you guys had damaged it pretty substantially, but yes. Oh my goodness.
I like that the
good
last
job.
thing I said to that thing was to eat glass.
That railgun would have killed a lot of people, huh?
It would have been really bad. It would be like bombing a city, essentially.
Oh my god!
I mean, it's
no war crimes, Zakiri. No war crimes.
I was trying to make it abundantly because it was in the station, and like there's a trajectory there. Yeah, it would have just punched a hole right into that station.
Someone write that down for the next
Pretty
time we use the railgun and it just barely dings someone else's armor.
Yeah, right?
Point blank railgun into like a common guard. He's like, yeah, you do some damage, but the toughness.
You do a little bit. I'm going to give you a little bit of damage here.
I'll give you a little bit.
Where's the consistency?
Are we to believe?
Yeah. Are we to... Exactly. I'm going to get some sound up here, but you guys are taking a breath, but you know, after the chaos of what happened, you know, you're kind of coming down from the fight. There's no immediate threats. You're in slip space and you're going to be for basically as long as you want to be.
And we know that
he's just holding on to that grenade launcher back against the wall. He just sinks down to the floor, panting.
Yeah. And we know that the people in cryo will take a while to decompress, so that's not an immediate thing we're doing. And Drake is just tearing himself out of that suit. It's get me the fuck out of this thing. He's not that panicked, but he's like, get me out of this. He just like wants to breathe.
Cat will slowly start limping towards medical.
Yeah, Droogle's gonna head towards the med bay with the 4 cryopods that we've got and assist anyone who needs it with their replenished med kit and whatever's available in that med bay.
Gotcha. I'm gonna start the reactor sounds. Yeah, so you guys are able to set these people up. There is basically and Droogle, as you look kind of like Drake or Matthew had said, as you kind of use the sensors, you can see these people were kind of like they weren't gracefully put into cryo. They were just kind of thrown in. So it's going to take them a while to thaw safely,
And
if that makes sense.
just a reminder, so these 4 are all quote unquote good guys. So
Yep.
Shell Tech guy, Palak's assistant, and
Other Shell Tech guy.
other Shell Tech guy. Okay, perfect.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm just hooking them up to the med-bay system to let the med-bay do what it does.
Gotcha. Catbap kind of like after all that happens sinks back into their chair and goes, "Holy shit, Takiri, what was that?"
If I knew what it was, I wouldn't have needed the ship's weapon systems to destroy it. Does anyone else have a clue what that thing was?
Cassie, familiar.
I mean, Cassie knows that there's some pretty advanced robots, androids, but they're generally not used by the military due to like certain risks of being corrupted or kind of getting loose. But I mean, yeah, it seems like something that a multi-trillion-dollar organization with advanced technology would produce.
I don't think it was military. I think someone at Novagen has been watching too many action movies from the 80s.
Man,
And also not paying close enough attention to them.
talk about missing the point.
Entirely missed the point.
Man, was I right when I said that it was some kind of high-level operative with like special skills for delivering, assets. Though, holy hell!
But this is all for Palak?
Seemed excessive.
Locke's got a lot of money running through his fingers.
I think it's all for what Palak knows.
Yeah, he's a broker. I know we don't take him seriously, but I mean, if you think about the things he's tapped us into, he's got a lot of knowledge.
I can't help but think that he's somehow stumbled on something this time. This is outside of his league.
Oh yeah.
You're reminded, as you say this, of the drone that you destroyed that was recording everything that was happening on that rock.
Yeah, an ancient Forerunner ring thing.
And an anomaly that no one knows about or understands.
No, the Forerunner chain doesn't have anything to do with all this.
I think it's the key, actually.
The missing link, you could say.
Yeah, it's the missing link.
Well done.
Yeah.
Well done.
We're sure we didn't pick up any other extra passengers like that drone again while we were open.
I can scan to make sure that we don't have any non-me technology.
And I would say, Droogle, as you do a quick scan, you don't find anything additional, or like any trackers on the outside of the ship, which it certainly wasn't trying to do before it got blown up.
Gotcha. I'd pass it along.
All right. So they're going to be cooling off or, warming up for a while. So we need to, take a chill pill and then start thinking about Antok, right?
Correct our focus.
How certain are we of that our trail was clean enough that none of this is going to land on Nail's doorstep?
Nails has fought tougher wars than this. He was literally he can get away. If he can't, I will mourn him greatly, but I there's nothing I can do to protect him more than I feel. At least I don't feel like I have to go out of my way to protect him.
Right. And I mean, he took on some of those risks knowingly, so.
Yeah.
We didn't hide anything from Nails, and if we don't lead anyone back to Nails, literally, we should be fine.
And I did spend stunt points to make it look like Oni did it.
Yes.
And I get another -2, so that's a -4 to their check, so that should help.
I mean, this is originally an Oni ship. We were in Oni suits.
A ghost was slaughtering people.
Yeah.
This reads like a non-sanctioned op. And
So we may have started a war, but we can keep an eye on that.
And non-sanctioned, for anyone playing the home game, means sanctioned at the highest levels, but deniable.
Yep. Plausible deniability.
All I want to do is rest right now. I don't have any spoons for anything.
Was that Drake or Matthew?
Both. There's no difference. Drake is just a hotter version of Matthew. There's no difference.
Hotter? That's not
Like,
possible, Matthew.
marginally hotter.
Right.
So
Like
if we're looking
the like.
Go ahead.
What was that? Sean?
No, go ahead. Finish that off. I
was gonna say, like, you know, if we were doing like mastery levels of the attractive talent, you know.
I'm like 9.9. Drake is a 10. You know.
Where's the lie?
Okay, Sean, you could do something relevant now.
So if we're gonna go after Antok, I do have one pirate's contact comm ID. She passes it over to Drugel.
And Cassie, your contact was tracking Antok and the rock. Or did they just find the rock?
I need Chase to remind me what my contact had in.
So Tashin had found the rock, but it was picked clean in their words, and Antok was gone. They said Antok had gone, was laying low, so you guys didn't know where Antok was. And just to further remind you of what Tashin had said, Tashin had offered a stealth-capable small transport ship and several heavies. So basically, covert operatives. If you guys did locate Antok's ship and wanted to blow it up. Oh, and explosives. Yeah.
We need those.
Tashin had basically reminded you, like, hey, this is kind of similar to some ops that we've done in the past where you get in, tactical explosives get out.
Yep.
Was Tashin's idea, but Tashin doesn't run the show.
Right, okay.
And the pirate with that contact information is on Antok's ship?
It's one of the hunters, yes.
Okay. And that's probably the easiest way to track them, is to track this particular comm device. Whether we let that pirate know or not, completely different story. But if we have the number, we can find it. And I can probably track it within reason. It would be up to you, Takiri, if you wanted to let them know we're coming, or give them an out.
Not if we're going in stealth. Maybe once we're aboard the ship, we can give them a chance to use an escape pod, but I don't want to give Antok any warning.
Yeah.
So use them as an escape route if we need it?
No, I mean, once we board, we can maybe let them know to get out now, just before we set off the charges.
But we don't want to give any kind of inkling in case this isn't someone we can trust, or the communication gets intercepted, or they get caught. Any of these things that go sideways too soon could absolutely get throw everything sideways before it's even got off the ground.
How many prisoners does Antok keep on a ship at any given time?
Prisoners are more like recruits. Well, how would she know based off of?
I mean, it can vary on the haul. Might be half a dozen. You know, that's usually the most. They don't try to take on too many people, and And frankly, they usually jettison the more strong-willed ones and keep the ones that seem pliable. So it would be maybe half a dozen.
I want to know how many actual innocents are going to be blown up with this ship instead of pirates that are committed.
One thing to keep in mind, if Antok's been laying low for the last, because it means it's been weeks now, since there might not be, it's unlikely that they've scavenged any new ships if they're trying to lay low.
So we might have to reach out to the guy. Okay.
Yeah. I think that's a good plan. Use this information to track that particular individual, scout the ship out, get any resources we need, and then let them know last minute to escape and take as many other innocents as possible.
Right, and I don't know that we'd have enough explosives to take out the entire J-Ops. We'd probably be able to disable it, but I don't know that we could take out down the whole thing. Most likely this is going to come down to a face-to-face against Antok.
Well, we try to blow up, some of it, but we'll have to get him out of the way to do it. Kind of thing. Just kind of like what we did there. Yeah, we were accomplishing an objective, but at the same time, there was this encounter going on.
Thank you, Frankie.
Yeah, Drugel will try to track down this particular communications device, see if they can triangulate it.
Okay.
So they took on 1 point of damage in that whole thing. So I don't necessarily have to sleep. I can spend my 8 hours researching and doing my downtime activities.
What's that like?
Wow.
That's what happens when you're busy doing everything but fighting.
Yep.
That's true.
So-
Well done, honestly.
Yeah, that's true.
That was, whew, what a fight.
Not everyone can just be hitting things. Someone's got to do the objective stuff,
So let me put it this way, because it's 8:46, and I know that we want to be able to wind down and everything. I think that this is a good plan, and maybe we establish kind of what the ground rules are, and then I can let you guys know my thoughts on how we would proceed. So, if you guys are comfortable, I'm not trying to railroad you into anything, but I know that you guys have seen before, like, hey, Antok's ship is really big. Fighting it with the Quixote directly is probably not a great idea. And, you guys have a lot of stealth and technology on your side, so breaching you probably actually have a pretty fair chance to.
Yeah.
I would say that even rolling, I would make this kind of one big breaching test, including Drugel's tracking down of the ship. So this is going to encompass a lot of our skills, including like any planning that's going on beforehand. And so I would say that we could probably start that next session. And I would say realistically, that would probably take less than half a session. If you guys are going to be meeting with Tashin to get any resources, because they did offer like a stealth capable Teltac, we can do that. But we don't need to burden down the session with like hashing a lot of that out or anything.
Yeah.
And Drake had a question. The Luminaires, Dakiri, are Luminaires people, and are they source users?
Luminaries are tech.
Okay, it's
They're
technology.
on it'll be tech on the Chiops.
Yeah,
So-
and technically we don't have anything on our persons that would be blips on a Luminaire's radar, except for the
Cast device? Question mark.
a sentry beam and sentinel beam weapons.
Yeah,
Because we got rid of the slip shard, which was the big one.
exactly. Yeah, the luminaries, you can tell, were basically like perverse Forerunner devices that were like advanced Forerunner sensors and would sense out like advanced technology. And so that's primarily what they were used for.
Okay. I remember that differently. Cool. Awesome. Thanks.
Yeah, no problem.
I'm good.
So unless
we-
they have specific force users like yourself, that's an advantage we have that they should not.
Yeah.
Unless they're being funded by Novagen and they've got a bunch of drugs,
I don't
which could
think
be scary. But
Gosh, I hadn't even considered that. Oh
I
no.
doubtful, but whatever. If they got it, they got it. I'll have a decent shot at knowing if they're loaded up with source abilities. I spec'd into psychic sense. That's why I was asking.
Yeah, you pop it up. Just filled with dark troopers and dark side source users. Just like, all right, we're leaving. End of the season.
Goodbye. It's not revenge isn't worth it.
Sorry, go ahead. I think Sean was going to say something useful.
If Catbap is up to it, we could use the Nuria as bait. If they thought that there was a damaged ship sending out a Mayday distress signal, hunters, well, they can't resist, and that might allow us to get in cleanly into their docking bay if they open up for the fighters to come out.
we could
If we're
just use
using a
your
stealth
black
ship.
box tracker. We talked about that already. We don't even need a whole ship. I need a transponder and a like 4 hours.
Great point.
But would Antok's ship show up, or would he just send like smallers?
It depends on what we transponded. If I transpond like a Oni ship that's 4 times larger than we are, that's a Mayday signal, everyone's dead, they'll bring the big ship to bring in the bigger ship in.
And even if the smaller ships came in, they're not subspace capable, so we'd have a general direction of where his ship was.
Oh, smart. See, I don't understand this sci-fi shit. That's why I'm a source user. Magic bitch.
Catbap, his like beady eyes kind of look around nervously. He's like, well, I mean, if I have to, you know, the Nuri's kind of dear to me, but you know.
I think we just established we don't need to. We could use one of the false transponders.
Yeah.
Okay.
But if it comes down to it, you down to clown, Catmap?
He just kind of like looks at you, very like steadily. As a last resort.
Awesome. We'll promote you to gold commander.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, I'm not mincing words. That's my home there. Just let you know.
Catbap, home is where your family is. And I like put an arm around him.
And he's like, you can feel him tense up for a second. He's like, I can't stay mad at you. And he like jabs you with this large, oversized thing in your ribs.
Oh God, I'm dying. Oh my God. I had 1 fortune left, Catbap, please.
Just mad with power. So okay, it sounds like we got a little bit of a plan. So the next session, starting off with, is going to be maybe a little bit more strategery and deception. Trying to figure out how to track down Antok's ship, establishing a plan, and we got 2 episodes left. Tomorrow, next session, the one after. So it's going to be some exciting stuff. I think we can call it. Let's go ahead and let's do our outros. Let's go ahead and remind everyone at home, if you haven't entered either of the giveaways, please do so. ! Courier, that French word that is so difficult to spell, and ! Big churn for the big churn, because did we hit 30? We didn't hit 30 churn again tonight. We did tonight. That's right. The black ship.
Churn.
The black ship.
Pulling from big churn.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
How did we do it 2 sessions in a row? Wow. All right.
You met us.
But
I mean,
Not
yeah.
the first time we've done it 2 sessions in a row either.
The Courier was pretty ripped. All right, so let's go around. Let's say our favorite sessions. Tell them a little bit about yourselves, where you can find you. Then we're gonna do the drawings. Let's go ahead, and I will pick Alexis. You go ahead.
Hello, I'm Alexis. You can find me at FoxFanato on Twitter, where I'm posting pretty much exclusively about Valheim. It's fun, and I enjoy sharing my builds. My favorite moment was probably, oh gosh, there were so many. Oh, there's something about like just rocketing myself into space while you know, detonating a grenade on this Terminator-like entity. That was fun. It was nerve-wracking, but that moment was a lot of fun. So, yeah, I think every moment that Cassie had with that damn grenade launcher was my favorite moment. I'm gonna be a little selfish there. I will pass this over to Rob.
All right, favorite moment. So, I really like the cinematic feel of like Drake going up, cutting a hole in the wall, and then like tearing Palmer out of her, out of the power loader and jumping inside. Like that was fantastic. That just very, very visual, very visceral. Loved it. And I will hand it over to Sean.
Oh, this battle, 2 sessions. So many great moments. I think though it was such a minor thing, but it was just kind of funny to me that Drake and Deck are usually on the same page, but just that one moment where she was planning on climbing on his back and securing herself there, and then Drake runs off with the loader, just struck me as funny. So there was that, and then I think just the timing of that airlock opening and just adding to all the tension was really great. Good timing all around. So I will pass this off to Liz.
Good evening. I'm Liz. Favorite moment for the evening? Probably just everyone playing switcheroo with those loaders, like the mech tanks. Everyone who wanted to play in those things got to play in them, and that was a lot of fun to watch. Just like these chess moves of like trying to grapple the other ones with the bad guys in them. That was a lot of fun to watch. It gave some levity to like a very heavy situation because, you know, Terminators are no joke. And I don't know what else I'm supposed to be telling you. You can find me here. I do stuff. You should see me Tuesday morning. We do stuff like every day of the week. Today's May, so we're doing Miyazaki's on Thursdays. Not Miyazaki's. And so it'll be a Ghibli movie on Thursday over on our Discord. And I will pass it along to Matthew.
Hi, folks. That's me. I'm Matthew Foreman. You can find me here on Dice Priori. You can also find me at Twitch TV/Matt Foreman, where I do stream Dead by Daylight Tuesdays through Fridays in the afternoon and early evening. I'm actually coming back. I took all last week off, and I'll be back on not only my own personal stream, but on Goonsloon and Monster of the Week. I'll be back, so be sure to check all that out. I play Survivor and Killer on my own stream, so really fun time. My favorite moment, not to have recency bias, and I'm glad everyone mentioned the other moments because those are all great. Tack starting off when Tack had that turn in the first round, and just like use the exposed in skirmish, because literally that was all I was thinking of doing. Like that's all I want to do, because like, we got to get this guy like away from us so we can get out of here. And then Tack was just like smack and sent that little shithead flying. I was like, oh, that is what I paid my money to see. So yeah, I think exposed stunt out there, God, make sure to get that as like a stunt that you can reduce the cost of and stuff, because that is just exposed in skirmish. If you want to just like smash people through walls all the time, which is one of my favorite action tropes, that is what you do.
So didn't even need to use skirmish because it's
that's
part
right.
of the heavy weapon one. So
that's right. You had the talent for it. Yeah. Perfection. Yeah, that was just amazing. Just like smash. It reminded me so much of the Sarah Connor Chronicles and how the Terminators are all like push, pull, slam, push through walls and shit. It was so good. Back to you, Chase.
Awesome. Yeah, those were some really great moments. Just a couple of things. That enemy was the Bioroid Assassin from the Enemies and Allies book from Green Ronin. Basically unchanged, so that was a lot of fun. And the warehouse map and also the black ship was from a map creator called Miska's Maps. They actually recently had a passing away in their family, so if you can go into Patreon and give them some support, they put out really great sci-fi maps every single month. Yeah, so my favorite moment, I mean, I just loved like pulling on 2 or 3 pieces of 80s sci-fi. I think the one that I loved the most, besides, I mean, just everything about it was, there was one I think where Matthew, where you did like prone, skirmish, and like, I think,
String.
What was it called?
Hamstring.
And hamstring, yeah, the hamstringing was clutch, and then Rob hamstring, like running up and just hitting it, because then I'm just picturing the thing like dragging its legs, like coming at you, and then I was so happy because you guys had it so close to dying, and then the fact that Dikiri was able to get it with the fucking point defense weapons on the Quixote was just clutch, because it was literally trying to get to you guys to put a track around the outside of your ship. So good job on that. Yeah, those were some of my favorite moments. So I think we're gonna
thank you to that.
Yeah, no thank you, Bioroid Assassin. Let's go ahead. It looks like we didn't have any entries for the player's kit. We've given away so many copies. I mean, it's just hard to hand them out anymore. But let's do the drawing on the big churn giveaway.
Yeah.
All right, let me close and pick. Infinite Monkey Tails.
Infinite Monkey Tails.
Hey!
Hey, excellent. Congratulations, Infinite Monkey Tails. I'll be reaching out to you. You just won a boatload of Expanse RPG content thanks to our friends over at Green Ronin. Catch us next week. We got 2 episodes left this season. Will the Freelancers find Antok Cheops? Will they infiltrate it? What's going on? We'll find out. So tune in next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. We're going to be rating So Mad at Games, so stick around. We're going to do a little outro video, show them our love, and we'll see you in a week.